So today we're going to do some spraying. So kind of twofold approach here. We're going to try to kill our dandelions, that's the main thing, but while I'm at it I'm going to put a little bit of liquid fertilizer in. The fertilizer that I'm putting in is not enough. This is a 2.5 gallon container and it's only supposed to cover 15,000 square feet. What would that be, like a third of an acre or something, right? But we're going to use 2 cans of this and cover 5 acres. So there won't be enough to really make a difference, but Christy will probably still be complaining about how the grass is growing too fast.
Yeah, so far the grass grows just fine without fertilizer, so.
This is probably the last of the liquid fertilizer we'll put on. We'll probably apply fertilizer granules dry in the future. Well, we'll see how it goes. I had a couple of cans of this and I thought I would use them up. This stuff's mainly nitrogen. It's 2702 with iron, like our water needs any more iron. Now we'll have to talk a little more about this sprayer. It's quite a unique device. It's pretty fancy actually. It's a rate controlled sprayer. So the speed of the Gator controls how much solution comes out while you're spraying. So you can accurately spray anywhere from 2 to I think 11 miles an hour with this thing. So it's pretty high tech. It's really just a demonstration of some of what's available with the new Gator technology. They've got all this CAN bus exposed, a bunch of electronics exposed. Well, we thought you guys might want to see it. I doubt that many of you are going to be wanting to buy it. I don't think I would be wanting to buy it, but the guys at Superior Tech who make this product for John Deere wanted us to try one and wanted us to show you guys. So we said, okay, that'd be fun. Guys, I am not an expert in what you need to be applying to your yard to kill your dandelions or other lawn weeds. So I'm not going to go in detail on the rates that I'm going to apply here today, mainly because if I kill my grass or alternatively don't kill my dandelions, I don't want you to do the same thing just because of me. But what I have is some Trimec. It's 2,4-D and a couple of other chemicals. I got the stuff at domyownpestcontrol.com and it actually goes to domyown.com, domyown.com. And they've got several different weed killers there and all. They got a lot of choices, a lot of reviews there. Probably a pretty good place to learn about this stuff. So that stuff that I got at Do My Own, I had bought while we were at the other house, and it's not nearly enough to cover our yard here. That's one of the reasons why I'm not really willing to talk to you about the best herbicide to get, because I've not worked at this volume, right? I'd been working at a 1/4 acre, 1/2 acre at our other property. And that Do My Own with the 32-ounce bottle was great for that. But that 32-ounce bottle is way too small for what we're doing here. So this is 65% 2,4-D. The way I figure it, we can put this whole gallon in. And I got this locally at the Rural King store. D-ester LV4. I think it's LV is low volatility. So it's low volatility 2,4-D. The low volatility is very helpful because it'll help it from drifting and killing your flowers, which are right beside where you're spraying. That's one of the risks with any 2,4-D that you apply, is killing any broadleaf flowers, you know, like roses or hostas, anything like that it would kill. So we don't want to do that. So the other thing we've got here is it's dye, spray pattern indicator. So as we spray something, it's going to dye it kind of green, I guess. Who knows, if this goes awry and we paint our yard green and it never changes, it'll be the last time we're ever using this, Christy.
Exactly.
But we thought it might be fun to be able to see where we've actually sprayed. Now Randall's actually more excited about something. You guys have met my nephew Randall. He wants to use this rate control system and hook it up with the Green Star GPS mapping system that they've got for the planter and map our spraying. So who knows, maybe the next time we won't have to use this dye. Maybe we can actually use GPS mapping so we'll know exactly where we've gone. Now they had the choice of green or blue. Well, I chose green, of course. They said 6 ounces per acre. We've got 32 ounces total. I suspect we're just going to go with what we've got. This stuff's a mess. Okay, we had put 20 gallons of water in it before. We're going to try to apply a rate of 10 gallons per acre of solution. Well, I say we had put 20 gallons and then we added all this, so we're over 30 now. So we're going to go up to 50 gallons, spray 5 acres hopefully. We'll see you at the water filling hole. also known as the water hose.
It's going to take longer to fill the tank than it is to spray it out, I think.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I don't know. Put like 10 gallons in it yesterday of pure water and just to spray to kind of figure out how it was going to work. And before I knew it, I had run out of water.
Oh, wow.
I sprayed the driveway maybe twice, 3 times back and forth with clear water, and then I realized, uh-oh, I'm out.
So, I'm not quite so engineering type that you are. You said something about it being rate controlled, so that means that even if I were driving this thing and I'm not going at consistent speed, because I never go at consistent speed, that it'll slow down or speed up the rate the spray is coming out.
Yeah, in fact, if you're stopped and you turn it on, nothing comes out.
Oh.
So, and the way it does it, these knobs on the top here, see those, put your hand, yeah, that. It turns that on and off.
Okay.
So depending on how fast you're going, it pulses at a different rate. Okay. It'll be on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, right? So it's always off when you're stopped. You get up to about 11 miles an hour and it's always on, always running.
And so this is new technology.
This is new. They've had the sprayer, I think, for a few years, and you know, I mean, the sprayer technology is not that unique, except for these solenoids that are electric controlled, right? That do that pulsing. That's what's new.
So before you had to try to drive a consistent speed yourself?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh boy, I'd have never done that right.
This boom looks very similar to what Tom and Randall have on their sprayer. I mean, this is the same technology used on the big ag stuff. And then the inside rate control, all that is the same technology as well. It just doesn't have the mapping, and you know, there's a little more stuff to add on.
Well, sure.
But this is no longer consumer grade stuff. This is professional.
So when I get tired of you being at home, I can send you out and you can do other people's fields?
Yeah, I need to get a chemical applicator's license.
Oh, well, that might not be so easy.
But I think that's all I would need. I think this thing would do the job really well. This display shows the minimum speed I can run, the maximum speed I run, and then it shows what speed I'm running. Notice that this entire bar is gray right now, and it won't be gray when we're actually running here. This is how I control the off and on of the boom. I can turn it on, and now it says 0% flow rate because I'm not moving. But as I move, it says I'm under the min speed right now. Now I'm over the min speed, and it says the flow rate is 25%, whatever. It's telling the exact flow rates that it's going.
Looks like you can see the green on that first stripe we just did. It looks different to me.
Really?
Yeah.
You may have to point it out to me. I can see it on the roadway here, and you can see even where the pulsing is on the roadway.
It just looks like a brighter green. Maybe that's just where I mowed.
I guess I should have got the blue. I can say it's nice to be able to do the spraying and the air conditioning.
Yeah. You're going out in the weeds now.
I don't mind grass growing up here, but I don't really want broadleaves and all growing.
Right.
I find it hard to see where I've gone. So far, that's the biggest issue. Maybe I should have gone at a different angle than we've ever gone with the lawnmower. That might have helped. I can say that 11 miles an hour would be plenty fast enough. I added this sprayer to my recommended products page at greenpartsstore.com. That's greenpartsstore.com/TTWT. You can see the details of the sprayer there. While you're there, use code TTWT to get free shipping on any Green Parts Store purchase. Now, short of having full GPS mapping, we used to use foam markers, so they would drop foam out at the end of our path. That way we would know where we had gone on the previous paths. Now, they worked pretty well. Tom always complained about them because he had trouble getting them to keep the foam coming out. It'd be pretty hard to do an accurate job without the rate control, because with this Gator it's hard to stay an absolutely consistent speed. I was trying to here just just to experiment, you know. But thankfully we've got everything between 2.8 and 11 miles per hour available. Let's check our solution and see if it's coming out as rapidly as we think it should. A little hard to tell, it's still moving. Looks like we've got about, well, it's leaning, so probably about 25 gallons left, about half of our solution at this point. You might say, how in the world did you figure out what rate you were going to be applying, Tim? With smaller sprayers, I've done a lot of attempts to calibrate and see how much water I use. I just found it very difficult. With these more professional tips, they actually tell you at a given pressure how much water you'll be using. These tips at this width is supposed to use 10 gallon per acre at the rate that we're putting on. We're using 40 psi, and it looks like I have a little leak there. That's not good. I would say, I mean, we're doing the biggest part of the yard first, so it makes perfect sense to me that we would be close to half done with our solution at this point. You agree, Christy?
I do agree, but I think the green dye was useless.
Yeah, what green dye?
Yeah.
Watching this on video, I'm glad we did the green dye. It's very helpful to show the pulsing. And here in the video, it looks like it ought to help me see where I was going. But when I would turn around and try to come the other way, I could see no evidence of that dye. Now, I did see plenty of evidence of the dye all over the Gator. What a mess. I still haven't got it all off the windows. You having fun?
Oh yeah, I'm trying to keep my mouth shut.
You need a mask.
See, there was room for one of those comments right there. First time for that, isn't it?
Go on to the house.
We got more. Hey, how much chemical do we have left?
It says 10 gallons.
Okay. That's probably about right. I started with 50 and I'm just maybe slightly over 10 left.
Yeah.
I've got a leak up here, Chris.
Yes, you do. Not
Easy to fix.
Yeah.
Maybe the dye is good for something.
It hasn't dripped very much. It's just it looks bad because it's
Because
got the dye.
color.
Yeah.
Okay, we got 10 gallon left. We got to finish up, Chris. Let's see. I don't want to get too close to the bushes. Really could use some rear view mirrors.
Yeah, it really would be helpful.
I'm going to drive through here and kill some of these right in front of my shed.
You're getting down to fumes now. Do you have it on or off?
I have it on, but I went too fast intentionally because I didn't need a full strip, and
Okay. And so when it gets over a certain speed, it cuts itself off.
it goes to 100%,
Oh, okay.
and that's as much as you can apply, see?
And see, now you are bouncing on and off as it's now
Okay.
trying to suck the last of it out.
Okay. We're out of stuff, Christy.
Uh-oh.
So I think maybe we'll put some more water in just to rinse it
Yeah.
and finish that out there and get whatever we get.
We'll probably know exactly where you ran out.
Hey everybody, I want you to meet my neighbor Chris. Chris lives right across the street, and now you have to endure me, Chris. Ask my prior neighbors. The home values all go down when we move in.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
That's funny. I was thinking they were going up.
Oh.
Anybody who's on TV should be able to go up.
Guys, I hope you've enjoyed watching our spraying. Hey, we're about a week out from when we finished our spraying. Look at this. Do you see a dandelion anywhere that's still alive? No, none. Did a great job. Apparently I didn't skip anything. We were worried about skips. Very happy with the results at this point. Thanks for watching, everybody. And we'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim. Beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Well, it's a beautiful day, but we're not in a neighborhood.
It's a beautiful day for a neighbor.
We've got one way over there, a couple back there.
Would you be mine?
No, I live in the same house.
Won't you be mine?
Well, I mean, definitionally, no.
Would you be my neighbor?
I would if I lived next to you, but I don't. I live in the same house.
Won't you please?
Please, won't you be? Can I just be
Won't
your
you
daughter?
please?
Isn't that enough?
Please won't you be my neighbor? Hi, neighbor.
She doesn't get it.
I don't think she gets any of it, but that's okay.
No, I get it.
The viewers
it's
will
Mr.
get it.
Rogers' neighborhood. I was born like 2 years after it ended.